everyone, Team Amasian over here, aka Kaori and today we are going to talk about NXT's episode 4.
Oh wow, already?
I know, it's so fast. It's really late if you can't tell. But we are going to talk about it, and there were so many matches in the past 2 hours.
Yeah, you were saying they filled the time with a lot of people.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
Some of the matches were quite short, but let's go over the overall thoughts. But before we get to that, we also watched NXT, NXT, we did, but AEW from last week, as well as Smackdown, and was able to watch the latest pay-per-view.
Hell in the Cell, so there's a lot of wrestling going on this week.
Yes, but I wanted to touch base on the first, coming out of the gates of the first Wednesday Night Wars from last week, because we didn't mention that last week, was AEW against NXT, where AEW pretty much beat them in ratings over 50% or something around
Yeah, I think AEW was like 1.5 million and NXT was like 8.9 or something like that. Like, so they were just shy of
0.89.
Yeah, 0.89, sorry. Yeah, so I think what we read is AEW was closer to Raw numbers.
Yes.
Than AEW.
Yeah.
I mean, NXT.
Yeah,
sorry,
super tired.
Oh my god.
But it also, AEW ratings also beat some Raw viewerships on some
there you go.
days that Raw was on. So not particularly that Monday, but so it's clear to say that AEW definitely has giving NXT a run for their buck.
Yeah.
And good for them, because WWE definitely needs some competition. A little touch on AEW. It was a really big arena.
Yes.
It felt, and we felt, like it was the 90s again.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it really felt like watching Nitro again.
Yes.
And yeah, you see the size difference in just the amount of people that were present there. I think I always wondered, since they announced they were doing these Wednesday Wars, is like, why didn't AEW try to go up against Raw or SmackDown? And I get it. Like, I maybe strategically, that was what they wanted to do, was try to go up against NXT. It's kind of like maybe wrestling styles, it's a little more comparable. But seeing how the ratings are, I mean, they could probably easily go up against a Raw or a SmackDown.
Well, yeah. I mean, initially AEW was announced before NXT, so WWE was like, you know what, we're gonna add a show to go up against them.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they expected AEW to do so well. I think as fans, we kind of thought AEW could very well do very well.
Yeah.
For me, I didn't expect them to do as well, and I'm very happy that they did, because we have all these superstars that were underutilized in WWE, or that we didn't know enough, whether they're from New Japan or Ring of Honor or whatnot, or just unknown indie wrestlers coming to light and letting that, and they can shine a lot better under that, what's the word? Under that arena, a AEW arena, over a WWE arena.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And we weren't sure if AEW was going to go full-blown like production, which they did. I was also wondering if they were going to scale it down just to really be a true competitor to NXT.
Yes.
But again, it's like how many hours of wrestling I watched last week, and I did not feel saturated at all with it, like I would if I watched Raw, SmackDown, 6 hours of my life.
Right.
You know what I mean?
We didn't get sick of wrestling at all. And I mean, so from week 1 alone, I would say that their production value is higher than NXT's. Obviously, as we mentioned, NXT is more intimate. They're always in the same arena. Crowd's a lot smaller, where it's higher than NXT's, but it's not quite as crisp as a Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah.
But we're okay with that, because we don't always want that clean, crisp, PG-looking era type thing. By the way, SmackDown premiered on Fox.
Yeah.
With almost 5 million.
Yeah. Crazy number. I mean, they were
so
super marketing it. So many people were supposed to show up. So I'm not surprised. I'm happy for them that, because out of Raw and SmackDown, I would typically watch Raw. So the fact that I even turned on SmackDown last week was telling of, how much that they kind of infiltrated people. But it was a good show.
Yeah, and they really are merging Fox into it, we had Aaron Andrews
Yeah.
as a backstage. It was kind of weird.
That is a little odd to me.
It's a little strange. And now they're going to do the brand shakeup again with Raw and SmackDown, starting with SmackDown. So is the blue brand suddenly going to become the bigger brand? Because Raw has always been the bigger brand. So we'll see how that works out in the next coming weeks. Anyways, back to NXT of this week for October the 9th. 2-hour show. Let's go down the list. What was the first one?
So our first one was for a belt, the Cruiserweight Championship. It was Lio Rush who defeated Drew Gulak?
Yeah, Gulak, who was the champion of the Cruiserweight via pinfall. And I mentioned to you, I thought that was interesting because Cruiserweight has its own show.
Yeah.
So why would they bring their champion up to NXT or down or whatever for a challenge on the NXT show?
Yeah. Do you think it was strategic to get that belt
For me, someone who doesn't really watch Cruiserweight, it didn't matter. I didn't think it was necessary.
Yeah.
And if you're coming into watching NXT for the first time, you're not going to be invested. You're like, Cruiserweight, what?
Yeah.
If you're a WWE fan, and already some WWE fans don't watch much Cruiserweight, such as myself, it wasn't necessary as a match, I guess, but.
And it didn't feel like what I would typically expect of a Cruiserweight match, only because of the size difference between Leo and Drew.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I thought the opponent would have had to been the same size as Leo, but as Kaori pointed out to me, she's like, I think Leo is just a small guy.
Yeah.
So
he was tiny.
Yeah. So it was a good match. I mean, Leo won the belt. Regal came out to put the belt on him, and I think some pretty good moves.
I know. I don't know. Maybe you guys know more, but I don't know where they're going with that. Are they gonna go back to the Cruiserweight? Is Lio Rush going to Cruiserweight now? Is that what they were trying to do? Introduce him into the next, or was that just a one-off? Or are they gonna have more Cruiserweights on NXT?
Yeah, I guess we'll see, right?
Because Cruiserweight is usually that pre-show on a pay-per-view.
Yes.
So it's kind of strange. It's like, okay, why do they open up with this? But
maybe they're just giving us a little flavor.
Yeah.
And then you can check out the Cruiserweight show.
Right.
Maybe. All right. So the next one was Rhea Ripley, who defeated Aaliyah.
Again.
Twice.
Very
kind
quickly.
Of same manner.
Yeah, we were just like, is this a repeat from week 2 or week 1?
Yeah, but you were saying, who's her manager?
Vanessa Bourne.
Yeah, you were like, why isn't Vanessa fighting Rhea?
And then it kind of made sense because they just want to put Rhea over.
Yeah.
I guess they're going to try to elevate her into possibly a title match, whether it's with Shayna Baszler at some point or if she's going to go up against Bianca Belair, which we're going to mention at some point. Because Bianca Belair was on the show.
Yep, and noticeably to me, a lot more people spoke in this episode.
Yeah.
I think they're starting to try to get people on the mic.
Yes.
Trying to call people out and get the light storylines going on too.
And I think that might be also a little fearful for a lot of the wrestlers because on the NXT brand, they're not used to being on TV, so it's a very good challenge for them.
Yeah, I mean, imagine getting on the mic and then going home and watching yourself and just to kind of just figure out that energy you have to have and that the inflections you have to have for people to even be interested in what you're saying.
It's crazy.
It's hard. I mean, we talk on camera and it's so hard to figure out what that balance is.
It is.
All right, so the next one is Forgotten Sons, who defeated Breezango via pinfall.
Which was a surprise for the Forgotten Sons.
Yeah.
Wasn't quite sure who the Forgotten Sons were, to be honest with you. Breezango, who came down from the initial main roster. I like them. I'm kind of sad that they lost.
Me too. So it was supposed to be Ever-Rise. And then Forgotten Sons come out and they had beaten them up and they came in, they actually won. Yeah, I was actually surprised they won.
Yeah. So I guess maybe, Breezango doesn't need to win to go over. But
no, we love them.
Yeah.
Well, we love them.
Yeah.
They had some really good high-flying moves. I think there was one move where Fandango went over the top rope and kind of smashed the duo. But yeah, I think it was a good match.
Yeah.
I think it's funny because I'm on CBS Sports and they graded it a D+.
Oh, I would have graded it higher. But.
Yeah. All right, next one. Grimes, who defeated Boa, not Boba.
Oh, she kept saying it was Boba. I was like, That's fucked up. Excuse me. That's messed up.
I could have sworn they were saying Boba. Anyway, and that was a really quick one too.
Yeah, because we had Killian Dane who came by and attacked him and then just mess it all up.
Yeah, and I think that's the first time we saw somebody get slammed on the announcer table.
Yeah, and it wasn't even a slam.
It wasn't even meant to be.
It was all clean,
broken
like,
either.
By the time they got there, the announcer was like way gone.
Yeah, they had to be careful with that though, because you could tell that announcer table is not built to be like slammed through.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
All right, so the next one was. Oh, there was a few promos in between, is what they're saying. So Keith Lee had something. Dominic, how do you say that?
Dijakovic.
Thank you. Damian Priest and Pete Dunne all had some like little promos in between.
Okay.
Any of those stand out to you?
I mean, Pete Dunne, a little bit, obviously, because he's already a big NXT UK guy.
I think we really are liking Keith Lee.
Yeah, we liked Keith Lee from...
I can't wait to see him wrestle again.
Roderick Strong.
Yeah.
Who
and
defeated...
Swerve Scott.
Yep. So that was a decent match.
I thought so. Swerve I had never seen before.
No,
so
I remember.
He was very new to me, but I think they paired well together considering Roderick is a little bit smaller than him. I think that actual match was pretty good.
Yeah, and I think overall, like, every week on NXT, and just like AEW is doing this as well, we're seeing people that we haven't seen before, which is kind of nice.
No, it's true. Which I do think NXT is better in terms of the breadth of their roster.
Yes.
Whereas AEW, you know, like, you kind of know all the people that they have.
Yeah, right.
So, like you said, every week I'm surprised. I'm like, oh, I never even seen that guy
That's
before.
why I was a little disappointed when we see Aaliyah coming back out.
Right.
With the same person that she wrestled
I'm not really
a couple
sure why
weeks
they
ago.
did that.
I'm not a fan of her.
No.
There's she's supposed to be the attractive girl, but all of the girls are attractive.
Yeah, true. Like, we're really looking for wrestling skills,
right?
Especially when you watch NXT.
And then she got squashed both times.
I know.
So I just don't understand why they had to bring her out for Rhea to be like, I am whatever, believe it or not, or
yeah,
like,
I agree.
Anyway.
All right. So the next, we had Dream come out, Ciampa come out, and they came out to intimidate Undisputed Era.
And scare Adam Cole, which was great.
Yes.
Dream, again, I don't think he's that great in cutting promos. I don't know if it's him or if it's just because his whole package means he doesn't really need to talk.
Yeah.
I think
it's
from
more
a
that.
Promo standpoint, he doesn't need to have to talk while his music is on, because he's talking and it's like Velveteen Dream.
Yes.
Like, pick one or the other.
It's like, we know who you are. You don't need to continue to play the song. It's been awkward the last 2 weeks. Last week where he just had the standalone promo, and then this week where he came out and he was trying to talk crap to Undisputed Era. It's a little weird.
Yeah, I was like, wait, and I heard myself going, ugh, and I'm like, what? I did ugh to Velveteen Dream, and he's
we
awesome.
love him. Yeah, it's so true.
And then Ciampa, and then we had that backstage vignette with Ciampa who elbowed that guy that's supposed to be hot.
I forget his name. Angel Garza.
Okay, yes, him.
Yeah.
All right, and then we moved on to...
Here's your Bianca Belair.
Who I think is excellent. She's really good. She defeated Dakota Kai, which I'm happy with. Dakota Kai is Bayley 2.0. I know a lot of people really, really like Dakota Kai, but I just don't see her making it huge in the main roster. Like, she doesn't have something that stands out the way Bianca Belair does for me.
Yes, I totally agree with that.
I feel like when Bayley left, Dakota Kai was like, I'll fill in those shoes.
I know.
So we don't really know if we need that. And Bayley should even come down to NXT to be better, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
That's just me. The match was pretty good because they're good wrestlers, aside from the whole package part. And then Bianca Belair cut a little promo.
Yes.
How'd that go?
Calling out Shayna as well. So basically telling everybody, Rhea came out and said, I want Shayna. Well, if you want Shayna, you have to go through me. So I suspect that's going to be the next match.
Yes, that's what we think.
Which will be pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I imagine.
And
because,
we have the last match, Walter, who defeated Kushida.
And that was a really, really long match, watching Kushida get tortured, hammered, smashed. And every move that he did, you're like, there's no way.
I know, it's
There's
just
just no
unbelievable.
way.
There's some where like this. Okay, so I have to go back to AEW's first episode because we watched the women's match for the first AEW women's title match where you had the tiny Japanese girl,
Riho,
and then you had who was she fight? I can't even remember
that
now.
big girl.
But the sheer size difference, and I had the same feeling watching this one. Like
yeah, completely.
Kushida is like half of what Walter is.
Yeah, I mean, they put on a good show, but it's also a very obvious ending to that fate.
Yeah.
Yes.
But for the difference, I think they did well.
They did well.
Right.
It's probably one of the better matches of the night.
Yeah.
For sure.
Very, very true.
Yeah. I think that's about it. That was
Yeah.
it for our quick little NXT results and recap. We'll definitely be talking more about wrestling through the coming weeks and NXT as well next week. In the meantime, comment below, let us know. Do you have anything else to say?
No.
Yeah. And we're gonna go to bed. And thumbs up this video and follow us, Kaorious.
And Campea, ANCAMPEA. I never spell it out.
I
Oh my
know,
god.
wow,
That's how
just
tired I
spelling
am.
it out. And then Team Amasian, TEAM.
Hey,
AMA.
I just have to say, Walter had his name spelled out by Nigel tonight, so I think that's setting the trend.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
That's funny. Anyway, I do like Walter. Anyway, thanks for catching us, guys. We'll catch you later. See you next week.
Bye.